So we are going to go with a very simple process of creating a OOPS interactive ALV report. And for this OOPS interactive ALV report, what we do is we'll first create two structures, global structures. So since we are creating a global structures, will not be creating the field catalogs in this particular scenario. So we'll be creating a OOPS interactive ALV, and we're going to create two structures here, two global structures in SC11, and we're going to come back and create the program in SC38. SC38 program. We're going to create an SC38 program. So let us go ahead and create the SC38 program. And we are going to do that on two tables like LIKP and LIPS. LIKP, LIPS happens to be delivery header and delivery item tables. So let us create two structures for this LIKP, LIPS tables, and then we'll go ahead and create the program. And this program happens to be created in obviously okay, so we can create it in SC38 or SC80 as well. So for a change, I'll be creating it from SC80 now, so that everything will be in place. Let's go ahead and start this. So we have this 123456 underscore pk is my package. So in this we'll go ahead with right click on this, create, create a structure. So this is a global structure that we would like to create. Okay, you can do it from SC80 as well, because we are regularly doing it from SC11 and SC38. I just want to do it from SC80 so that we can also understand this perspective. So I'll go for ZVA underscore LIKP. So we just say OK, and in this is delivery header data, and in this let's go ahead and create some fields here. So BBL, ERNAM, ERDAT. So I'll go for BBELN, type BBELN, ERDAT, type ERDAT, ERNAM, type ERNAM. I'll go for few more fields here. VKORG, sales organization VKORG. VKORG, type VKORG. Then we'll go ahead with activate. And then back. Here we have this dictionary fields. We have the structure. We have this ZVA LIKP here. This is the one. And let us go ahead and create a LIPS as well. So we're going to go ahead with one more structure, create. This happens to be LIPS. Say OK. Delivery item data. LIPS we have VBLN, POSNR, PSTYB, ERNAM. So this is VBELN, type VBLN underscore VA underscore VL underscore VL, POSNR, type POSNR underscore VL. Then we have PSTYB, type PSTYB underscore VL. And then we have ERNAM, type ERNAM, save. So we have LIKP and LIPS, ZVA underscore LIKP, ZVA underscore LIPS. Now these are the two structures that we have here. So then we are going to go ahead with programs. Right click on this and we're going to create a program now. Executable program, say IT underscore LIKP, type standard table of set VA underscore LIKP, and then we have IT underscore LIPS, type standard table of ZVA underscore LIPS, IT and WA underscore LIKP, type ZVA underscore LIKP, WA underscore LIPS, type ZVA underscore LIPS. So then we are not no, as we discussed earlier in this particular scenario we are not creating any you know field catalogs in this. So we are not creating any field catalogs. So let's go ahead with this now, and we need to create the containers for sure. Okay, let's do that now. So we have o underscore con1, o underscore con1, type ref2, that cl underscore gui underscore custom underscore container. Okay, let me just check that because just would like to check the name cl underscore gui underscore. Okay, so let me check.
AI.
It should be what? AI, right? Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank you. So we have this container. Yes. Okay. You can cross check it like this. Okay, great. Now here I'll just copy this, and here it should be con2. This container is for the second screen. We have done for the first screen and we are now doing it for the second screen. Then we have o underscore alv1, type ref to cl underscore gu underscore alv underscore grid o underscore alv to type ref to cl underscore gu underscore alv underscore grid. This is what we have. And additionally, we have to declare one more thing called is underscore layout, which is of type lvc underscore s underscore layout. That's one additional thing, and I'll explain you the reason for that. Okay, so this is what we have, and then we're going to discuss. We're going to declare something here called, say something like, we need to create one object for event. O event type ref to cl underscore event. So let me make this as ob underscore event. It looks even now. So ob underscore event is an object which is of type ref to cl underscore event. But the thing is, we have not mentioned this cl underscore event anywhere at all. We have not yet declared it. We are going to declare it down the line in the program. Okay, so for this, if it doesn't work like that, we need to write on the top definition deferred. Then it will not have any issue. So let's see that now. So we'll go ahead with select options. S underscore. What was the field that we have? So this is LIKP. Then we have, I think this VBLN. So I just have to take that VBLN here. For W underscore LIKP hyphen VBLN. Okay, so is underscore layout actually has this layout details. So what exactly we get here is, do you want to activate the zebra? Do you want to go for this front end? There are a lot of options that we have at this LVC underscore layout. At this point of time, I'll just activate zebra. So I'll go for is underscore layout hyphen zebra is equals to x. Let us go ahead with the now. As we discussed, we are going to avoid the field catalogs in this, so it's going to save a lot of our time, and directly we'll write the call screen. The select statement I'll write within that respective modules. So we'll go for call screen 100 at 22, starting at 22. Now here we are going to write this. We are going to define inside that, after calling the screen 100, we are going to write this, and before writing this call screen, we have to write the startup selection. So, and then after this call screen, we are going to write this. We're going to define the CL underscore event. Whatever is the class that we have defined here, that class needs to be defined here. Means class CL underscore event definition end class. So method, there can be any method. Okay. So I'm giving a method, any method. So I'm giving it as Robert. The method name is Robert. Okay. And Robert for, okay, methods. I need to write it as methods, right? Because this is a definition method. Robert for event double underscore click. This double underscore click happens to be a standard event. It's a standard event. Double underscore click is a standard event of CL underscore GUI and GUI underscore ALV underscore grid. CL underscore GUI underscore ALV underscore grid. Importing E underscore row, E underscore column. This needs to be written exactly the same way. There's no change that can happen in this because this after Robert for event double click for CL underscore G underscore LV underscore grid importing E underscore A and E underscore column cannot be changed because this is a syntax. Now, why is it so? Because double underscore click is already an event which is predefined in this standard class called CL underscore G underscore LV underscore grid. So there's a double click. There's already an event which is predefined in the standard class CL underscore G underscore LV underscore grid. That's the reason we cannot change that. Now next we have the class CL underscore event implementation end class, and here we'll go for method click end method, or so I'll go for Robert method Robert and method. That's it. So here what we need to do is we need to write a logic for the second screen here, because see what happens here is when you click on the first screen, this double underscore event gets triggered automatically. When this double underscore double underscore click gets clicked, this method needs to be executed in the backend, and in this method we are going to write the logic. So event is predefined, but the method for that we are defining it in the program. That is what we need to understand here. So method is user defined by us. Double underscore click event is a standard event in the standard class. Hope you understood that. And this import parameters E underscore row, E underscore column also have been already been defined in that particular event. Now we will be going ahead and writing the logic. So for this logic, we'll be writing something like, we'll get back to this and write the logic here later. But before that, we have to create this call 100, and we need to first create the logic for the screen 100. So this CL underscore event definition and implementation, all this is for the second screen, to move from first screen to second screen, which will come back step by step. But since we had to write this initially, we completed that, and we can go ahead with the CL 100, the class screen 100. So let's create the container as container 1. So I'll select this container. CONT1. That's it. And I'll write the exit command here. Next. Once you are done with that, let me double click on this method module, and this module gets created here in the main program. Let this create in the main program. Say OK, and now double click on the next module. Say yes. Do you want to create in the main program? Yes, we'd like to create in the main program, and that's it. Save. Back again. Let us activate this event, this screen. So once it's been designed and activated, let's go ahead and create the objects. So as we know, we need to create the object inside the module for output. So we need to click on pattern, above objects, say OK, and here we'll go for create object. Here this is O underscore CON1, and here we'll go for GI underscore custom container. OK, and here the container name is CONT1. Then we'll click on this pattern again, create the subtype objects, say OK. O underscore LV1, LV underscore grid. So here we'll go for O underscore CON1. So we'll again click on the pattern, above objects, say OK. Now here we go for create call method, and the call method will go for O underscore LV1 class CL underscore G underscore N underscore grid, and here we have set table, say OK. Now here we have set table for first display, say OK. Then that's it. Now we'll go ahead with it underscore likp. Okay, but before that, I didn't write the select statement, so I just need to write it. So we thought that we'll write it inside the module, so that is also very much possible. So we'll go for select, and the field names happens to VBLN ERDATRNMPKORG. From LKP into table item, into table item underscore LKP, where VBLN in X underscore VBLN. Okay, that's it. Okay, so here since it's written inside the startup selection, it's expecting it to be, I mean, like it says that CL underscore event is not defined. Okay, so what we need to simply do is here we'll write class CL underscore event definition deferred. Now we will not get that error, but here of course, okay, that's cleared now. Here we need to write this as public section. Okay, this is done. So now we'll go ahead and we can execute it and see the first screen output. Then we'll write the output for the we'll write the logic for the second screen. Oh, I just need to have to pass the structure for that. So if I would have passed the structure, it would have worked. Okay, so let me go back to the SC80 because we were doing it from SC80. Let's do that from SC80. So this is the one we have. Project programmers. Okay, so this is the one we have. We will go ahead with. Okay, so in this I didn't pass the field catalogs, nor I pressed the structure. So I just need to uncomment this exporting and I'll be passing the structure name. And the structure name happens to be Z ZPA underscore LIKP. Save, syntax check, activate. Not sure for what values I have the data, so I just executed simply and we are getting the data here, and this data is actually from that particular table. Okay, I think I didn't write the logic for the exit, so there's no way we can exit now. I just have to kill this page. Okay, so let me now relog in. Okay, so I need to make sure I write this, case syucom in case ext lead program. Now that we have done for the first screen, let's work on the second screen concept. So how do we get this second screen is what we are working upon now. So for this, what we have to do is the first and foremost is when you click on this on a particular line, so that particular line index will be captured here, that is e underscore row. Accordingly, we have to select the data from this table. So read table it underscore likp, that's the first table, into w underscore likp and index e underscore row hyphen tab index e hyphen row under hyphen index, just index. Let me check that. So we'll have something called index. So we have e underscore row type lbc underscore s underscore row. So in this we have something called index. So that's the reason, because it's a predefined field, we are giving it here. And then we have this. That's it. Okay, so after this read, here we need to write perform second using w underscore likp changing it underscore lips. So basically what we are trying to do here is, like, will be writing the select statement for the second screen in this perform statement, wherein the input would be w underscore likp and the output would be it underscore lips. So we already have this input values of w underscore likp from the above line, and accordingly we'll get the data from the second table, the internal table it underscore lips. This is what we'll do. So let us go ahead and do that now. So then we'll go ahead with call screen. After this, we'll write the call screen. Call screen 200 starting at 22. Okay, so now we are going to write this here, and after this we need to write the select statement for the next screen, second screen, that will happen inside the perform statement. Okay, so let me double click on this perform that I have written here. Let me double click on the second. This perform statement will create a form here, and the form will be in the main program. Let us create it in the main program only. So here we have this. So in this we'll be writing the logic for the second screen. So it happens to be select that field names from the second table, and to select that LIPS, say yes, and in this we have this fields. Select these fields from LIPS into table IT underscore LIPS. LIPS where VBLN equal to that whatever value that we have for that P underscore LIKP, P underscore W underscore LIKP. It got generated by P underscore will automatically come equal to hyphen VBLN. This is what is the condition that we have to write here. Okay, so this is a select statement. So what we just did is when we wrote this second, we automatically created two variables which are accordingly, because we have declared them in the perform statement, they automatically come in the perform statement along with P underscore. So this P underscore will be attached at the beginning, and this is what we have here. Okay, now let's go ahead and create the screen for the second one, 200 screen. This is 200. So let's write the name of the container as CONT2. Save. Back. Next we'll select this. Say yes. The main program. Say okay. Here also we have this input. So we have output and we have input. Both the things we have here. So now in this, like, the first and foremost thing is let us write that exit command, because Now if you forget it, will not be able to come out of it. It's a problem. So let me write this here. This is done. Now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and create these objects. But the link between the first and second screen are yet to be established. We'll discuss about that. But let me also build the similar things for the second screen. We click on pattern. We'll go for web objects. Say OK. Then we have to go for create object. C underscore O underscore CY into C underscore custom container. And here we have container one. Container name is cont2. Web objects. Say OK. And we have O underscore ALV2. So here we have this. O underscore ALV2. Here we'll click on this pattern and we'll go for web objects. We have this call method O underscore the object name is AO underscore LV2, instance name, the class name is CL underscore G underscore LV underscore grid, and the method name is set table. Set table for first display and say OK. So in this we'll go ahead with the exporting, and we have the structure name, and the structure name happens to be ZBA underscore LIPS. That's it. So this is done. This is okay, but we need to establish the connectivity between the two tables now, and these two screens. So for that we need to go ahead with this one, O underscore LV1. So in the O underscore LV1, we'll go ahead with that. So we need to register that event. We need to register that event, and this event has to be registered here. So we'll go ahead with create object, OB underscore. No, what was that event that we create object? What is the object name that we created here? OB underscore event. So create object OB underscore event. So set handler OB underscore event. And what was the name of that method that we created for the event? Robert. Robert for O underscore ALV1. This is what we have to register in the first one, in the first output, process before output of the first screen. This is what we need to do. So we'll save it. Syntax check. Oh, sorry. WA. Here also it is WA, and here also it will be WA. Save it. Syntax check. Okay, ALV2. We have O underscore CONT2. No, O underscore CON2. Yes. Here I need to give this IT underscore LIPS. Good. Execute. And in this we'll go ahead with 1000, 5000. Execute. Oh, I think we don't have the data for that values that I gave. So I'll not give anything now. Let me execute it. So I'll double click on a particular delivery number, and the details of the delivery for the same delivery number, what are the details of materials that are there in that delivery will come in the next screen. So we can also consider using the back button in the second screen. We can also build a back button on the second screen and then do it. So this happens to be interactive OOPS ALV, and that too we have done it without field catalogs. So we created two structures and then did that. Okay, and you can access this program in the server. This is the program name.